qualification. Cristiano Ronaldo has now become the most important defender for Argentina, as is evident by the fact that he's been rushed back for this final. Well, Esteban Stojic is going to bring that free kick back, the ball rolling. Paredes. Here is Romero. No signs of that knee injury in the opening 10 minutes. Admittedly, hasn't been too stretched so far. Otamendi bringing it up over halfway. Looks for Acuna, who gets a touch and might beat Everton here. Acuna, and Everton gets back to do the defensive job there and wins a throw for Brazil, to the dismay of Marcos Acuna. Acuna's inclusion as well, a sign of Argentina wanting to play on the front foot and provide that width down the left. Converted very much to the full-back position from a wing midfield position at club level when he came through in Argentina with Ferro, Canal Oeste, and then at Racing Club. And he just adds a little bit more dynamism than Nicolas Tagliafico down that flank. De Paul tries to help it to Di Maria, but goes to Fred. And Renan Lodge can bring it away down the left. He's got Neymar with him. Neymar, Di Maria back covering. The ball in behind for Renan Lodge. Cristiano Romero's across strongly. And Cristiano Romero is down injured, clattered by Renan Lodge as he puts it behind. And the free kick against Renan Lodge saves Argentina from conceding a corner. Romero certainly has the more recovery pace from the available central defenders, is able to make those kind of recovering challenges. Otamendi, Neymar just forcing him wide, and a little bit fortunate there. The ball does break now though to Brazil. Leandro Paredes again quickly in to dispossess Lucas Paquetá momentarily. Danilo comes back to Marquinhos. And Brazil come forward again. Argentina back in two banks of four defending. Lautaro, Martinez and Messi, the front two pressing as it's clipped forward towards Richarlison, nodded down. Neymar could get there. Neymar gets the shot away. The initial shot's blocked and eventually Gonzalo Montiel's able to clear. Just a little bit of space for a moment there as Richarlison won the header and looked into the path of Neymar approaching on the edge. Warning sign there as Leandro Paredes is caught in possession. Lucas Paquetá looks to play the ball in behind and wins a free kick. Well, Neymar has had his shorts ripped in the process, and Brazil lead the complaints now. Lucas Paquetá with some ripped socks as well. And after Fred's early yellow card, I think Brazil want to see a bit of parity. Well, Otamendi may hold his hands up, but catches Lucas Paquetá late there. And avoids going into the referee's book as Richarlison continues those discussions with the referee. Marquinhos trots forward to the edge of the box. Emi Martinez organises his defence. Brazil just starting to come into the ascendancy in this one early on. Neymar clips the free kick into the box to the back post. Casemiro tries to head it down. Thiago Silva will get there. Works the ball back to Renan Lodge. Casemiro. Challenges come flying in now. Montiel down. Messi explaining himself to the referee, and Lionel Scaloni starts up with the fourth official. You'd expect nothing less from a South American derby. Well, Montiel was the first to go down and won the free kick for Argentina. Certainly making the most of Casemiro's boot. There's a heavy touch from Christian Romero, and he's very lucky to get away with it there, just skipping over the head of Richarlison. Instead, he can set Argentina on their way. Here's Messi. Messi scampering forward, looks to cut inside onto his left, finds De Paul. De Paul looking for options, goes back to Messi. The boos ring out around the Maracanã. Di Maria. Di Maria. Richarlison comes to help out Renan Lodge. Di Maria tries to go through the middle of them. Richarlison wins it for Brazil and can bring it away. Messi steals back possession for Argentina. Here's Rodrigo De Paul. De Paul. Leandro Paredes. And here's Messi again. You certainly feel the home advantage from the supporters. Messi loses out on the edge of the box. Neymar looks to bring it away, and Neymar wins a free kick on this occasion. Well, Messi's also down from the challenge on the edge of the box. There was no free kick given there. Leandro Paredes did give away a free kick, crunching in on Neymar, who's also down. The two number 10s with some of the early rough stuff, as you'd expect from the two outstanding talents, something they're very much used to, whether they're playing in South America or not. Neymar has got 3 goals against Argentina in his career from his 68 international goals. Last one coming in 2016. Messi's got 5, none of them coming in competitive action though. Cast your mind back to that wonderful hat-trick he scored in a friendly in the US. But Argentina may need Messi to break his competitive duck against Brazil tonight, if they in turn are going to end that long trophy drought. Here's Neymar. Finds Renan Lodge. Back to Neymar. Rodrigo De Paul goes with him. De Paul wins the ball for Argentina. It's certainly something which the midfield will be tasked with this evening. Lionel Scaloni will have seen what Luis Diaz did to that right side of Argentina, and no doubt will have given strict instructions to Angel Di Maria or Rodrigo De Paul to say, when Brazil are in attack, get over there and help Montiel. And Rodrigo De Paul does very well there. Lo Celso skips away from Casemiro, shoved in the back by Lucas Paquetá, wins a free kick. The free kicks, the fouls mounting up in the opening 17 minutes. And even just a handful of supporters have just helped give this very much the feeling of a South American Clásico. Romero finds Paredes. And here's Messi. Messi forward into Di Maria. Di Maria lays it off for De Paul, who switches it over onto this near side for Acuna. Acuna opts to go back to Lo Celso rather than take on Danilo. Argentina patient in possession. Di Maria from deep, drops the shoulder, looks to go past Fred, and Fred does very well to hold him off and win possession for Brazil. Richarlison lays off looking for a free kick and eventually wins it. Alejandro Dominguez, president of CONMEBOL, watching on. It's been a slightly fractious opening 19 minutes here in the Maracanã, and Esteban Ostojic just telling Neymar and Rodrigo De Paul to calm down. As the challenges come flying in, so too do the complaints to the officials. Not just from those 11 on either side on the pitch, but also on the touchlines. Increasingly difficult to officiate. And we saw Ostojic flash the cards in the quarter-finals. Played long again, chested down by Neymar. Richarlison takes a shot on, takes a deflection. Thankfully for Argentina, also took the pace off the shot that wasn't struck cleanly at all by Richarlison. Emi Martinez collects with ease. But Brazil have posed the greater threat so far. Yet to really test Emi Martinez, but a couple of moments from those somewhat direct balls into the penalty area have caused Argentina problems, and that's poor by Acuna, gives the ball away. Danilo, Lucas Paquetá finds Neymar, looks for the return, but once again, Rodrigo de Paul snaps into the challenge, only for Argentina to give it away. Neymar on the edge, and this time Neymar wins a free kick. Rodrigo de Paul, on this occasion, comes into the challenge, sends Neymar flying, and Brazil have themselves a free kick. Neymar not happy at all with Marcus Acuna. In fact, he's been given us an offside. Lucas Paquetá just coming back from an offside position, so Rodrigo de Paul gets away with this one. And so does Marcus Acuna for just giving Neymar there a little clip as he was on the ground there, just letting him know he was there. Not appreciated at all by Brazil's number 10. De Paul beckons Marcus Acuna forward. Otamendi opts to go back to De Paul. Argentina just struggling to find a way through, but it's a long direct ball and Di Maria's in behind. Di Maria over the goalkeeper. Di Maria gives Argentina the lead. 21 minutes gone, and Angel Di Maria puts Argentina ahead in the Copa America final. The small amount of Argentines here in the stadium go wild. Brazil are behind, and Argentina once again are ahead, first and relatively early. Rodrigo de Paul goes direct. It's poor defensively by Renan Lodgi. And look at that for a cool finish from Angel Di Maria. Back in the starting 11. After his impressive performances off the bench. And El Fideo scores a priceless goal here in the Copa America final. A delightful finish. Just sits up perfectly for Di Maria. You knew what he was going to do. Ederson off his goal line. And Di Maria, with the perfect weighting, just drops it over the goalkeeper's head and into the back of the net. Di Maria's last goal came as Argentina went out of the 2018 World Cup against France. What a time to get back up and running in the Albiceleste shirt. Many question the inclusion of Di Maria in Lionel Scaloni's squad ahead of the Copa America, let alone the starting 11 here. But the Paris Saint-Germain winger has provided some outstanding cameos from the bench in this tournament and has given Argentina the lead here, somewhat against the run of play. It's worth remembering that Argentina's record in finals of late is absolutely appalling. Since lifting this title in 1993, their last trophy, they've lost 7 finals. Back-to-back Copas in 2016 and 2015. Of course, the World Cup final here at the Maracanã in 2014. Copa America 2007 and 2004 to Brazil. Confederations Cup in 2005 and in 1995. And in that time, Brazil have gone on and won 5 Copa Americas and a couple of World Cups. Midway through the first half here in Brazil, it's Brazil 0, Argentina 1. Romero across the cover and clipped by Renan Lodgi. Well, Argentina, not for the first time, are ahead in this tournament. And those in blue and white are enjoying themselves to the full. But there's a long way to go. And as we've seen, Argentina, whether against Brazil or even lesser opposition, have had a tendency once going ahead to really sit back. And you do wonder whether Scaloni's side have what it takes to keep out such a strong Brazil team for 90 minutes. Brazil on the front foot immediately. The shot comes in from distance. It's easy for Remy Martinez. The memories, of course, for Messi, Di Maria, among others, of those back-to-back Copa America final defeats to Chile at 15 and 16. Still linger, still hurt. But there's a difference with this Copa America, and that is against Brazil in Brazil. Argentina come into this one as underdogs. That wasn't the case against Chile, where everyone expected Lionel Messi to be celebrating an international trophy finally with Argentina. It didn't happen. Many have questioned whether it will ever happen. This Copa America may be his best chance to do so. And the underdogs, however silly that may sound when you've got Lionel Messi on the pitch, are ahead here in Brazil. It's a wayward pass from Lucas Paquetá, who hopefully goes to ground looking for a free kick and then swats the hand away, offered to him by Leandro Paredes. Leandro Paredes rarely completely innocent in these situations. Argentina need to settle. Montiel goes back and Neymar trots after the ball, but plenty of time for Romero to find Otamendi. Otamendi back to Argentina were happy to keep the ball. Brazil from the start have pressed Argentina very high up the pitch. We saw Chiche actually being caught up on the microphones, just telling his players just to lay off a little bit, put the pressure on the midfield once Argentina come forward. But just wonder how the impact of going behind may have on Brazil. They've looked so comfortable for large parts, not just of this tournament, but throughout the last couple of years, certainly when they come up against South American opposition. 1-0 wins against Chile and Peru in the quarterfinals and semi-finals, and even when they were put under pressure with 10 men against Chile and in the second half against Peru, they were able to see that out relatively comfortably. Di Maria finds Messi, clips it onto this near side for Acuna. Acuna clips it to the other side for Di Maria. Di Maria onto his left foot, looking for an option. Di Maria shoots, takes a deflection and almost drops for Lautaro Martinez. Marquinhos reacts to clear. But when Argentina do get forward, they are asking some questions of that Brazilian backline, a Brazilian backline that you have to give credit to. We may think about Brazilian football and Jogo Bonito and how well they play offensively. The likes of Neymar carrying on the tradition that we'd associate with Ronaldinho and with Pelé. But this Chiche side as well have a real defensive resoluteness about them that enable them to see out games. And now we have to see another side to Chiche's Brazil, one that can chase from behind. Looked almost certain that Di Maria would be limping out. The goal scorer on and at the top of your screen now. Danilo. Under pressure from Messi, manages to get the ball back to Marquinhos. Here's Fred. Lays it off for Thiago Silva. Renan Lodgi. Renan Lodgi's forced all the way back to Ederson. Argentina doing a good job once they're back into position defensively. See there how that 4-row midfielders, as soon as it's played forward, Montiel surges forward to put the pressure on Neymar and wins it for Argentina. Here's Lo Celso. Strides forward, doesn't have many options with him, and eventually finds Acuna. And Acuna twisting away is pulled back there by Lucas Paquetá, who's had a frustrating 40 minutes. Silly free kick to give away by Paquetá. Hand on the shoulder of Acuna. And Argentina take it quickly. Acuna looked to cut away from Richarlison, could have got away from the Everton forward, and Richarlison in turn tries to win the free kick and eventually does so. As Acuna, just as he did with Neymar, reminds Richarlison of exactly where he is. Angel Di Maria looks to be okay to carry on. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Di Maria's goal, the difference here in the Copa America final. Casemiro, Danilo, Neymar drifting over onto this near side. Romero goes with him and he snaps into the challenge to halt Neymar's progress. It's going to be a throw to Brazil right down in this near corner. Certainly Cristian Romero answered a lot of questions about his fitness so far in the 41.5 minutes we've played here. And then Lodgi heads it down into the box. Everton looks to get the shots away. It's blocked. And again, easy for Emi Martinez, who gives a little fist pump to his defenders. Always going to be questions about the Argentina defence. But so far, they've stuck to their task and limited Brazil, limited Neymar. The other question, in terms of trying to frustrate and limit Brazil, was whether Argentina had that midfield enforcer who could do the job on Neymar. We saw Wilmer Barrios do a terrific job for Colombia in their group phase game. Argentina don't have a player like Barrios sitting at the base of the midfield. For all of Leandro Paredes' qualities, it's not something that he does. So too Rodrigo de Paul. And yet so far, Neymar hasn't had the greatest influence on this final. Here's Richarlison, crosses, flashes right across the face, and Montiel puts it behind for a corner. Two minutes until the break. Argentina need to see this one out as Brazil put the pressure on. It's the first corner of the game. Neymar to take. Good options to aim at. Marquinhos, Thiago Silva. Marquinhos already scored in this Copa America in the opener against Venezuela. Both he, Thiago Silva, Richarlison, Casemiro also scored from a corner against Colombia, that dramatic late winner. Neymar swings it in, headed on, almost through to the back post. It's behind for a goal kick. Thiago Silva and Richarlison attack that near post area, win the initial header. Can't find a teammate at the back post. Lautaro Martinez wins the header and Messi tries to nick the ball from Fred. Thiago Silva. Argentina just moving up 10 yards or so to put pressure on Brazil in their own half and almost winning possession. Leandro Paredes on a yellow card comes into that challenge. Thought he won a throw. Goes Brazil's way as we approach the end of the 45 minutes. Lo Celso, De Paul, turns nicely and finds Di Maria in space. Di Maria, Messi, Lo Celso, looks for the return to Messi through the legs and it's run through to Ederson. Just for a moment there, it looked as though Messi would latch on to that. Only one additional minute here in the Maracanã. We're already halfway through it. Could there be a final opportunity for Brazil as they come forward? Danilo, forced infield to Casemiro. And Casemiro has to go back to Thiago Silva. Fred. Renan Lodgi can cross from the left, does so. Otamendi's there, clears well. High up into the air, Casemiro wins the header to keep things ticking over for Brazil. Esteban Ostojic looks at his watch, and there's the half-time whistle. Well, it's been feisty, it's been dramatic, hasn't been too many chances, but all that really matters is the scoreline. And it's Argentina 1, Brazil 0 in this Copa America final. Angel Di Maria with the only goal of the game so far.